Hello friends and welcome all in this video. So we are going to discuss about types of scales. So we know that the body of the fish is covered by particular type of scales which is a dermal scales, and in different species different type of scales are found. That is, the body of the fishes are covered by particular type of structure, exoskeleton structure, that is called as scales. Different type of species having different type of scales. So what is scale? Scales are small, thin, cornified, calcareous or bony plates which fit closely together or overlap. They may fit closely or overlap. They are most often imbricated and overlap with their free margins directed towards the tail. The free margins directed towards the tail, due to which the fishes get the minimum friction in the water during their movement. Scales vary in size and shape in different species. The body of all fishes except members of family Coeluroidae and few bottom dwellers is covered by scales. The body of all fishes are covered by scales except some Coeluroidae and bottom dweller fishes. Scales are usually found covering entire body surface, but in some fishes the scales are present in some localized areas. In many species, body can be covered by the scales. All over the body there is a scales, but in some species the body is found in a particular area. Then there are different type of scales. Basically, they are having 5 types of scales: cosmoid, placoid, ganoid, cycloid, and ctenoid. These are 5 types of scales which are found in different type of fish species. In that, first, cosmoid scales. Cosmoid scales are these do not occur in living fishes. These were characteristics of certain ostracoderms, placoderms, and extinct sarcopterygians, which is called as lobed fin fishes and lungfishes. So these are the cosmoid type of scales which do not found or occur in living fishes. These consist of 4 distinct layers: an outermost thin enamel-like guanine, thick dentine-like cosmine, spongy bone, and innermost compact bone. These are the different layers which are found in the cosmide type of scales. Second type, placoid scale. These are characteristics of elasmo branch type of fishes. In elasmo branch of fishes, this placoid scales, that is cartilaginous fishes. In cartilaginous fishes, the body is covered by placoid scales. Each placoid scale consists of backwardly directed spine, arising from a rounded or rhomboid basal plate, embedded in dermis. Spine is made of enamel-like and basal plate of dentine-like bony material. The spine is made by bony material. A pulp cavity inside a spine opens through basal plate. Placoid scales are closely set together in skin of elasmobranchian type of or cartesian type of fish species. Third type, ganoid scales. This ganoid scales having peg-like structure. Then there is a flank, central having nucleus. That is the nucleus, central part of the that particular fin is called as scale is called as nucleus, and there is having many concentric lines of growth. By determining these lines, by study this line, we can determine the age of the fish. Ganoid or rhomboid scales are thick, usually rhomboid or diamond shaped. These are closely fitted side by side. In some cases, they may overlap. Ganoid scales are characteristics of chondrosteans and holosteans. Ganoid scales are composed of three layers: outer enamel-like guanine, middle dentine-like cosmine, and inner bony isopedine. These are the three layers which are found in ganoid scales. Lepidosteus has scales with only two layers: outer guanine and inner isopedine. Number 4 type of scale, which is called as cycloid scales. Cycloid scale also having concentric lines of growth. There is having a proximal or anterior basal end and posterior free end, and centrally having a central part circular structure that is called as nucleus. Cycloid scales are thin, flexible, translucent plates, circular in outline, thicker in the center, and marked with several concentric lines of growth, which can be used for determining the age of the fish. By the linings, we can determine the age of the fish. They are composed of thin upper layer of bone and a lower layer of fibrous connective tissue. They overlap each other, each scale embedded in a small pocket of dermis. Cycloid scales are found in lungfishes, some holosteans, and lower teleosteans such as carps, cod type of fish. Cycloid scales are found in lungfish, some holosteans, and lower teleosteans such as carps and cods. This is about the cycloid scale. Next, fifth type of scale having a name ctenoid scales. Ctenoid scales also having proximal, posterior end, that is called as proximal or posterior end, and pre-distal end. There is having a teeth or spines here towards the posterior end. There is having teeth-like structure, comb-like structure. There is also having annual rings, and these annual rings are found all over this type of scale and external pore, and centrally having a opened canal. So ctenoid scales, these scales are found in higher teleosteans such as perch and sunfish. In structure and arrangement, they are similar to cycloid scales. They are more firmly attached, and their exposed free hind part, which are not overlapped, bear numerous small comb-like teeth or spines. Here we can find the spines. So these are all about the different type of scales which are found on the body of the fish.